Okay, folks, I want to know what you guys think of this one. So the Trump administration now working on a plan, a proposal really, to make private market investments more available to Americans through their retirement plans. This is according to a report in the Journal, which says that an executive order could be signed as soon, really in the next couple of weeks, but details still being worked out on this. Success in the area would amount to a huge win for the private equity industry. Shares of some of the key players, as you might imagine, rising. On the back of this news, you got Apollo up about 2% this morning, KKR, Blackstone also up, Ares Management. And look, so much of the growth has come in private credit, also obviously in private equity. The question is this the bell for all of this stuff? I will say what concerns me about it is just how educated, unfortunately, this sort of 401k retail classes, which hopefully are watching our show. No.
Hopefully you're watching our show because we think you're dummies.
No. But I just, broadly speaking,
I actually agree
folks
with you.
who whether they understand, especially around these
the lockup periods,
these what they're described as semi-liquid instruments, where
that is the concern.
For any private investment, you're locked up to some degree.
Look
it's very hard to do it any other way.
Harvard and Yale and some of the other universities have gotten into when they've been locked up with some of these long-term holdings. You think that they soar in value, but you can't get out of them. Right, you get gated on this stuff, you can't get out.
Having said that, if you have a child or you're in your 20s and it's a 401k with the plan to retire, hopefully in your 60s or 70s, the idea of being locked up shouldn't actually bother you at all, and maybe that's an opportunity. I mean, look, there's part of me that says that a well-rounded, diversified portfolio for most people should include private assets, should include real estate. I mean, you'd want people to have a diversified sort of piece of the puzzle. You're not supposed to be taking your money out willy-nilly. So there is something that's interesting about that.
It depends on when your retirement hits.
You can create these target date things if you want. The other question I have right now, specifically for private equity, is private equity has not been, and private credit have not, well, private credit's a little different, but private equity has not been returning money to people, in part because there's a real question about the valuations in the private market versus the public market. Nobody wants to sell to take down the marks. We've discussed all of this. And so right now, this will be a boon to the private equity firms. And who's going to be buying this stuff? I mean, on the exit side.
So you're worried about bag holders. But as an asset class, we always want to, it's just almost a cliche, we want to democratize the markets for everyone. And all asset classes go through bubble and they come in and out of favor. And long term, it's probably something that should be available to
But I do
everyone.
Appreciate your point of, is this a bell at the top?
Right.
Or at least temporarily. I mean, maybe, hopefully not forever, but.
There's more than $12 trillion in this 401k money, which is why they want to access.
I mean, I can remember times when, like, Apple went into the Dow. It's like, oh, now you're putting it into the Dow, and then it just tripled from there. So,
right.
So I don't. And it could be a brief, a little bit of a shakeout, and I don't know. If really rich people love private markets and have done well, it's a good idea to try to open it up to everyone. But the timing might not.
There are questions about the fees too, the fee structure, what it means for it. But yes, if they've outperformed over the long time.
Right.